Hello, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here and agreeing to spend a few minutes of your day with me. Tomorrow, it's the Denver Broncos. Sean Payton comes back home to the Dome for the first time since he ditched us in 22. I'm sure that there are some of you out there that's going to feel some kind of way about that, but don't. I mean, the way I see it, Sean saw the writing on the wall, and when he saw it for what it was, he bailed. Notwithstanding that maybe if he had stayed here, we could have done better than we did under Dennis Allen. But now that is neither here nor there. He's coming to the Dome tomorrow with the Denver Broncos. Or should I say, the Denver Saints, playing against the New Orleans Raiders. I don't see how the Saints could possibly be competitive in this game. Denver has a better than decent defense, ranked in the top 10 in the NFL. Where their problem is on offense. They're slogging around about the same place that we are since those first two games. The highest ranking on offense of either team is New Orleans, ranking 12th in passing offense. The best ranking on defense is Denver, 15th overall, while the Saints are 15th against the rush. Everywhere else, we're ranked in the bottom half of the league. Maybe not all the way down to, let's say, 25, 26, but in the bottom half of the league. I don't know what happened on defense against Tampa Sunday, but that was the sorriest mess I have ever seen in my life. It was embarrassing. And I can't get out of my head Marshawn Lattimore's face on the sidelines during that game. His was a face of utter defeat and hopelessness. Laddie Daddy, get the hell out of New Orleans. AK, get the hell out of New Orleans. As it is, I have been looking at both teams' injury reports. And I notice that Denver has one player that will not play on tomorrow night. And that's Patrick Surtain. Everybody else is going to be there. The Saints, however, again, with 16, 17 players on the injury list, excuse me. 5 are going to be out. Derek Carr, Cesar Ruiz, Pete Werner, Rashid Shaheed, and Chris Olave are going to be out. Shaheed has a rather significant knee injury, so say the Saints. I wonder when they're going to tell us the real truth about that. And Chris Olave is in concussion protocol, so he should return soon. Taysom Hill, limited practice. probably will play. AK will probably play. And all those others that were listed as limited participation in practice on today or yesterday are probably going to play tomorrow night. They have to. Most of the gentlemen on the Saints injury list are starters. And behind our starters, all we have is junior high JV players, and it's showing. I'm so upset and I'm feeling so hurt, especially after coming into this season with some hope but few expectations. Because we've had hope before and had expectations and watched those expectations get dashed in spectacular fashion. I'm fixing to talk about our defense now. That horrible, horrible showing Sunday. The worst since the Falcons hung 62 on them in 1973. I'm remembering the Denver Broncos getting 72 hung on them last year by the Miami Dolphins. Vance Joseph was on the hot seat after that performance, but survived. After that 51-point debacle Sunday by the Saints defense, everybody is calling for Dennis Allen's head, and rightly so. This man is supposed to be a defensive guru, and I even had the nerve to call him elite in that capacity. Does an elite defensive coordinator give up 51 points to a division rival? And it would have been more than that had the Saints not gotten those 3 interceptions off Baker Mayfield. Now, on our team starting, we have rookies and second and third teamers for the most part. This is the NFL, not junior high or high school. I am expecting the Saints to get a mollywhopping from Denver tomorrow, even though Denver doesn't rank very well on offense either. They do rank better than us on defense, and they've definitely, for these last 3 weeks, been playing better defense than us. I haven't yet counted on Denver's roster how many former Saints players there are there. I know Will Lutz is there. I know Little Jordan Humphrey is there. And it's the most sick form of irony that A.T. Perry is now there, snatched up when the Saints put him on waivers by Sean Payton. And do you blame him? But I do blame the Saints for this, and here's why. We were already sort of thin with experience at wide receiver with Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed, and I do believe Cedric Wilson Jr., the only ones, wide receivers on the roster, having NFL experience. All the rest of them are rookies. Rookies make mistakes. Rookies make mistakes. And I would suspect that there would be plenty of mistakes made tomorrow night by these self-same rookies. Hold it against them? No, don't. Reason being is because they're just now getting their feet wet in the NFL. And you have to give them time to be able to get out of the puddles. Spencer Rattler is going to start the whole time that Derek Carr is out, possibly 3 to 4 weeks. If Spencer Rattler starts balling out, expect to see Derek Carr back in the lineup sooner rather than later. I would say it's a possibility that he could ball out, but like I said before, Denver's defense is playing a hell of a lot better than ours is right now. I don't know what to say. I don't. There that is right there. I haven't reevaluated my season predictions yet. But in light of the defensive lapses and our offensive injury struggles, it looks bad, y'all. It looks It'd be a miracle if the Saints could pull off a victory. A miracle on the level of the parting of the Red Sea, believe me. Mickey Loomis. Ugh. My tongue is getting crossed up saying his name, and I haven't had but just this little bit of drink today. Mickey Loomis is getting on people's nerves. I heard him at the press conference. What was that, yesterday? Oh, kind of like last year when he said, "We have everybody in the building we need to succeed." And now he's going around pumping up Dennis Allen. Yeah, you just don't know this. You don't know that. You don't know this. The same shtick from last year. Well, we do know one thing. We know they're failing. He knows it too. But he's trying to sell us a bill of goods. I ain't buying. Since Dennis Allen has been head coach of this team, I have made it my business not to buy a single item of Saints merchandise. I have made it my business, even though it kills me to my black and gold heart, not to go to any games in protest. If I had, 10,000 followers, I'd ask them, every one, to start a letter writing campaign to Airline Drive to get somebody's attention. Randy Mueller, where are you? Miss B, where are you? Dennis Lauscher, you sitting back watching this debacle go on? Where the hell are you? I'm expecting the Saints to lose tomorrow night. And it wouldn't surprise me if they lost big. We say that the defense Sunday gave up on Dennis Allen, but I'm not so sure that Dennis Allen wasn't calling plays in order to put our defense in bad positions to make Spencer Rattler look worse. Well, I know Dennis Allen and how he deals with certain quarterbacks. It'd be great if the Saints won, but I don't believe it for 1 minute. For not a second do I believe that they will win that game tomorrow against Sean Payton and the Denver Broncos. Paulson Adebo, baby, please stop being so handsy. Defensive line been getting pushed around by teams the last couple games. Pushed around. Chase Young is being moved about by offensive linemen like he's a piece on a chessboard. I love this team, but I'm getting to my wits' end with this ineptitude. Yes, I know we've been here before. If you're a Saints fan of any time length, you have suffered through losing seasons, futility, back to back to back to back to back to back to back. We don't want to do that no more. We thought those days were over. We thought there was a new dawning in New Orleans. We thought. We knew it was with Sean Payton. We thought that with the team that he left, Dennis Allen, he would be able to do something with the talent that Sean Payton left on the team. But I don't care how much talent you have. If you're incapable of managing it, if you are incapable of utilizing it, it don't matter. It don't matter. And I think the Saints defense figured that out Sunday. Man, it don't matter what we do. It don't matter. It matters to us, the fans. And Mickey better watch himself. Don't he gonna be one of them people hung in effigy and burned? Don't let the fans come after you, Mickey, because it won't be pretty, and you need to stop lying to us. You need to stop lying to us. Dennis Allen needs to stop lying to us. Dennis Allen needs to grow a fucking backbone because he ain't got none. And this team has none either. The team reflects the leadership of the team. And if the leadership is substandard, the team is going to be substandard also. And I can't tell of any more of a substandard team in this NFL right now than these New Orleans Saints. It's bad, y'all. It's so bad that I'm thinking that we're going to split in the division with Carolina and going to be swept by Tampa and Atlanta. Somebody on State of the Saints podcast last night said it's a possibility we could go 2-15 this season and be at the bottom of the league, picking early in the draft. We end up 2-15. Dennis Allen's butt needs to be gone, but he may not be because Mickey is committed to him. He's got to be right. And Dennis Allen has got to prove him right. And he's going to be there until he does. If he ever does. I'm calling this video Act 2, Scene 1, New Orleans versus Denver, or otherwise known as the Sorrow Bottle Chronicles. Because I'm going to be hitting my sorrow bottle tomorrow night. I am almost certain. It's been a long time since I've drank victory wine. My wine glasses are getting lonesome, except for when I do these. We're going to be 2-5 after tomorrow. That'll be 7 games, almost halfway through the season. As long as we are fielding a defense that cannot stop the run, teams ain't going to pass on us. They're going to run us over. They're going to run up and down our backs until we stop them, which we have not done yet. 277 yards on the ground. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous! Those are passing numbers. 103 yards after the catch. Really? Saints lay a big old egg at the Dome tomorrow night. Do you think Dennis Allen is still going to be a coach here? And if they continue to lay eggs throughout the rest of the season and end up 2-15, do you think Dennis Allen is still going to be head coach here? I do. I do. And like somebody said, if that is the case, oh my goodness, there are going to be riots, smashed windows, crystal knocked, and fire set. And it's happening down in New Orleans. I'm going to travel down there and participate. I'm tired of this, y'all. I know y'all tired of it too. I'm tired of this. Dennis Allen needs to go. Mickey Loomis ain't going nowhere because he's an heir to the team. But he can be moved around. It's time. It's time. That's all I have for tonight, folks. For today. Whenever. And however game turns out, whatever happens, don't get too mad and don't get too glad. Who dat?